I'm not the average black girl, because I'm so well-spoken. Poised, full of etiquette, a white man's token. You know, I remember my ex's mother telling me I didn't know how I was going to react when he brought home a black girl, but I like you because you talk so white. Well, when did me talking right equate to me talking white? See, they say I'm not the average black girl. No, not the average black girl, because the pigment in my skin is just a shade lighter than that black girl over there. You know the black girl over there, the black girl with the nappy hair, the black girls whose elbows can't skip a day without lotion, whose hearts and heads are filled up with self-hate and bottled up emotion. The cocoa brown girls who have to face society every day and be tough, because no matter how good they straighten their hair, their good is still not good enough. Oh, but luckily for me, see, I don't fall in that category. See, they say I'm not the average black girl because I speak with so much class, and I don't have too much, but just enough ass, and not too much, but just enough pizzazz. You know, just a little bit of attitude, because you don't want to come off as one of those average black girls and come off as rude. You know, popping their gum and shaking their necks. Yeah, because those black girls get, like, no respect. But see, luckily for me, see, I get a pass, because the melanin in my skin matches that brown paper bag. And my father, brother, and men that I date, pants don't sag. And when I speak, my tongue pronounces every syllable. And the combed part down the middle of my hair is naturally visible. Oh, it must be a weave, she must be mixed, because we all know the average black girl ain't got that good shit. Or when I walk into a room full of white men, they all stare. It must be the long length of my unaverage black girl hair. See, they say I'm not the average black girl because I corrected the professor when he used the word conversate. Converse. The word is converse. And in case you didn't get the memo, there are now 8, not 9 planets in the universe. And when you're watching the numbers on your stocks move up and down, remember Oklahoma, in a small town, where one of the first Wall Streets was a black Wall Street that got mysteriously burned down? Well, they say I'm not the average black girl. Well, let's flip the script and rewind this shit and repaint the lines that have been blurred over time, because the average black girl that I know, were Egyptian queens like Hatshepsut and Needlecris, who were ruling dynasties and whole armies of men. Excuse me while I set fire with this poem with my pen, because I am tired. The average black girl that I know made 19 trips through the Underground Railroad to free the slaves, sat on segregated buses, refused to get up and pave new waves. See, the average black girl that I know, she had the courage that surpassed her every fear and fought for justice and equality year after year. So as I construct these words, pardon me as I shed a tear, because I'm not half the black girl she was. I am not half the black girl she was. See, there's one minor clause. See, she was out there fighting, breaking, and changing law. So I bow down to my black queen standing in the merit of her work. And as America's society continuously throws these supercilious words unto me, I say no, I'm not the average black girl. I can only aspire to be. Thank you. My name is Ernestine Morrison, and I want to talk to you about building your crown. And when I say crown, I mean confidence, resilience, optimism, willpower, and setting non-negotiables. And notice how I said building your crown and not wearing your crown, because a lot of the times these days we're throwing this word king and queen and crown around real lightly, not knowing it's not something you can just put on. You don't wake up and you're just confident. You don't wake up and you're just resilient. You don't wake up and you just think optimistically. You don't just wake up and you just have this undying willpower. You don't just wake up and know to set clear non-negotiables and set standards and boundaries with people. It is something that you have to work at, something that you have to build, something that comes along the journey. You have to go through some stuff. Anybody in here ever been through some stuff? I stand here today as a child from Los Angeles, California that was born with crack in my system to a drug addict mother. I stand here today as a woman who was molested from the age of 7 to 17. And when I think about the word confidence, I looked it up, and it says to be assured in the belief of something that you know to be true. And a lot of the times we don't walk around here confident because we don't really believe in the things that we know to be true. We don't use our past and our tools and our journey to help us build that seed, to build that confidence. But being molested from the age of 7 to 17, it built my confidence. No man can ever make me do something I don't want to do. Nobody can ever make me do anything I don't want to do, because I've used what I've been through to help me build that seed. And it's important to build the seed first on your crown, because if you ever notice when someone walks in the room, they're walking in with good posture and their shoulders back and their head up, you're drawn to that person because that person is confident. And that is a skill and that is a gift that we all are attracted to. When we talk about R, resilient, to be bended, stretched, or broken, but to be able to bounce back. Anybody ever been bended, stretched, or broken and been able to bounce back? That is resilient. I remember being 7 years old, and I was so hungry. And even at 7 years old, I knew the difference between sober mommy and high mommy. And I know there was this one point, my mom was in the bathroom getting high, and I was so hungry, 7 years old, living in Panorama City around a bunch of Spanish gangs. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna let whatever she's got going on stop me from eating, so I put on my rollerblades. I scraped up 99 pennies, because back then the Big Mac was 99 cents. I scraped up 99 pennies, put them in my coat pocket, got on my rollerblades, and rollerbladed to McDonald's at 7 o'clock at night as a 7-year-old in Panorama City, California. That's being resilient, being stretched, being bended, being broken, but still able to go and get the goal. I was hungry. I had to eat. I had to make sure I was the only person who could feed myself at the time. And that's the importance of being resilient, because you're going to go through some stuff in life. You're going to be bended in life. You're going to be stretched in life, and you may be broken in life. But when you keep the resilience, you can still get to the goal. And we talk about optimism, the O, thinking optimistically. I remember working retail. I worked retail for Neiman Marcus for a high-end retail company, different companies, for 5 years. And I was delivering a package to a client, and I'm going to this big fancy high-rise, and I'm meeting this $1 million client. He's got all this money around him and these cars, and it was valet, and I'm going up this girl working retail with this package in my hand. And I'm walking through this hotel lobby as my client was staying at the top in the penthouse. And I kid you not, within 10 seconds, somebody ran into me in the lobby and said, hey, do you know you're 1 second away from being a millionaire? Do you know you're one instance away from all your dreams coming true? He said, one email, one phone call, one instance, one meeting with a person, that can change your entire life. And as I was sitting there with these packages, all the expensive shoes that I was gonna take up to the penthouse, that one thought changed my mind. Like, wow, this situation is not forever. Me delivering these packages and working retail and opening fitting rooms and cash registers, it's not forever. So when you think optimistically, it changed my mind, it changed my whole mindset, it changed the way I thought. Like, okay, I'm delivering packages right now, but this is not gonna be forever. I have to think optimistically and know that in just 3 years after that conversation, I quit that job and started my own personal shopping company where I had multiple millionaires coming to me and asking me for things. Started my own company at the age of 24 years old, working with over 3 dozen NFL athletes and entertainers. We're gonna move on to the W. Willpower. A lot of the times we don't accomplish our goals because we become lazy and we don't have the willpower. And the willpower is an undying, burning sensation to get it done. And we become lazy. You cannot tell me I'm not going to achieve my goals. I moved here from Las Vegas with $3,000 and a hope and a dream. I'm an actress. I said I wanted to be an actor. And a little birdie told me 7 years ago that this is where the acting is going to be. Georgia is where the acting industry is moving. That's where you want to be. And I said, I don't know what I'm going to have to do to get there, but I'm going to get there. Working my retail job, saving up my checks, asked a girlfriend, can I live with her for 2 months rent-free? I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do dishes, I'll babysit. I'll do anything that I need to do. I had an undying, burning sensation to get to Atlanta, to get to Georgia, so I can do what it is that I said I wanted to do, which is acting. Scraped up my change, moved here with $3,000. I moved here on a Monday. On Tuesday, the very next day, I was in acting class, because I also believe in preparation. A lot of times we say we want something, and instead of asking for what we want, we should always ask to be prepared for it and prepare yourself for what it is that you say you want. So I got in acting class because I wanted to be prepared. So when I meet a director, when I meet a producer, when I walk into the casting offices, when I walk into the audition, I'm prepared, I'm ready. I took the classes, I read the books, I studied the greats, I read the plays, I went to Broadway. I know my craft. And that is willpower, having an undying, burning sensation to get it done. Whatever it is in your life that you say you want to do, prepare for it. And vision boards are great. But nothing works unless you do. Like Maya Angelou says, we can write stuff on vision boards all day. You can make a list all day and have Post-its and sticky notes all around your house. But if you're not working for it, if you're not preparing yourself, if you're not reading the books, if you're not taking the classes, if you're not training, if you're not studying the people in your industry, studying the people in your field, you're not working for it. You're just asking for it. You don't have the willpower yet. Non-negotiables. It's probably the most important part of your crown. Because you can be confident, you can be resilient, you can think optimistically, you can have an undying willpower, but if you don't set non-negotiables, if you don't set boundaries with people and with yourself, then you're not building the crown effectively. I remember, this is a small story with my husband when we first met, and I don't even think we were dating yet. I think we may have went to a business dinner, and he dropped me off at my house, and he just drove off. And I called him, and I said, hey, don't ever drive off unless you see me walk into my door. And it's something so small, nuance so small, because you have to teach people how to treat you. You drop me off somewhere, you make sure I get in safe. That's my non-negotiable. I come from a mother who was on drugs. I don't do drugs. It's just non-negotiable to me. That's not my thing. I don't hang around people who do drugs. I remember I was dating a guy. We weren't even dating. I went on a date with this guy. And he tried to kiss me, and I noticed when he kissed me, he put something in my mouth, from his mouth to mine. And I'm feeling, what is this in my mouth? And it was a pill. And I immediately spit it out. And this is I was kind of young, and this guy I was going on a date with, he was pretty popular, and I'm just like, I could have just went along with it so I can be cool and be this guy's. No, that's a non-negotiable for me. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't hang around people who do. That's not my thing. And you have to set those boundaries with people. If you don't set those boundaries, the crown is going down. The confidence, the resilience, the optimism, the willpower, that's all going downhill if you don't set boundaries with people. And I say all that to say, build your crown. What it is that you've been through, what it is that hurt you, caused you pain, caused you trauma, use it and apply it to each acronym. How is this situation making me confident? Ask yourself. How is this situation I'm going through making me resilient? How is this situation I'm going through going to help me think optimistically? How is this situation I'm going through going to give me undying willpower? How is this situation I'm going through going to help me set clear non-negotiables for the next time I'm in this situation? Build your crown. I opened with that poem because that poem changed my life. It was the first time I started building my crown. It was the first time I felt confident enough in myself, in my gifts, to go out there and spew those words for millions of people on national television. That poem opened the gates for me. It opened the doors for me. And it opened the doors for me to continue to build my crown. And I challenge you guys today to continue to build yours. Thank you.